Join me as I try to awaken my third eye and see if I can tap into a deeper spiritual connection. The concept of the third eye, also known as the Ajna chakra, has been a central aspect of spiritual practices and personal growth for centuries. It's believed to be a gateway to higher consciousness, intuition, and psychic abilities. Have you ever felt disconnected from your spiritual self? Like you're going through the motions but not really feeling the sense of inner peace and fulfillment that you crave? You're not alone. So many of us struggle to maintain a consistent spiritual practice, and it can be really frustrating. We might feel like we're not doing it right, or that we're not good enough. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and even anxiety or depression. The disconnect we feel can affect our relationships, our work, and our overall well-being. We might try different spiritual practices, but they might not resonate with us, or we might feel like we're not getting the results we want. We might feel like we're stuck in a rut, and we don't know how to get out of it. This sense of disconnection can be really debilitating, and it can make us feel like we're living a life that's not truly authentic or meaningful. When we're disconnected from our spiritual selves, we can feel lost and alone, like we're wandering through life without a sense of purpose or direction. We might feel like we're just going through the motions, like we're stuck in a cycle of negativity and fear. We might feel like we're not living up to our full potential, and that we're missing out on the beauty and wonder of life. The disconnect we feel can be really painful, and it can make us feel like we're not good enough, like we're somehow broken or flawed. One of the main reasons we feel disconnected from our spiritual selves is because we're not taking care of our spiritual needs. We might be so focused on our physical and mental health that we forget about our spiritual health. We might not be making time for spiritual practices, like meditation or prayer, and we might not be nurturing our connection to something greater than ourselves. We might feel like we're not worthy of spiritual connection, or that we're not worthy of love and compassion. These beliefs can hold us back from experiencing the deep sense of connection and fulfillment that we desire. The good news is that it's never too late to reconnect with our spiritual selves. We can start by making small changes to our daily routines, like taking a few minutes each day to meditate or practice deep breathing. We can start to prioritize our spiritual health, and make time for activities that nourish our souls. One of the most powerful ways to awaken the third eye is through meditation. By focusing our attention inward, we can quiet the mind and tap into our intuition and higher consciousness. We can start by simply focusing on our breath, and then gradually bring our attention to the space between our eyebrows, where the third eye is located. We can visualize a bright, pulsing light in this area, and imagine that it's expanding and growing with each breath. We can also use visualization techniques to awaken the third eye, like imagining ourselves in a peaceful, natural setting, surrounded by beauty and wonder. Another powerful way to awaken the third eye is through mindfulness. By being present in the moment, we can let go of distractions and focus on our inner experience. We can practice mindfulness in daily activities, like eating or walking, and bring our attention to the sensations in our bodies. We can also use mindfulness to cultivate a sense of compassion and loving kindness towards ourselves and others. By being kind and gentle with ourselves, we can create a safe and nurturing environment for our spiritual growth. I want to share a personal story with you that illustrates the transformative effects of awakening the third eye. When I first started my spiritual journey, I was feeling really lost and alone. I was struggling with anxiety and depression, and I felt like I was stuck in a rut. I didn't know how to get out of it, and I felt like I was losing myself in the process. But then I started to focus on my spiritual growth, and I began to practice meditation and visualization regularly. I started to awaken my third eye, and suddenly, everything changed. I felt more connected to myself and the world around me. I felt more grounded and centered, and I felt like I had a sense of purpose and direction. I felt like I was finally living the life that I was meant to live. As I continued to cultivate my spiritual growth, I started to experience more and more profound shifts. I started to see the world in a new light, and I felt like I was experiencing life for the first time. I felt more connected to nature, and I felt like I was a part of something greater than myself. I felt like I was finally home, and that I was exactly where I was meant to be. Awakening my third eye was a game changer for me, and it completely transformed my life. Awakening the third eye can have a profound impact on our spiritual connection. It can help us to feel more grounded and centered, more connected to ourselves and the world around us. It can help us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment, and it can help us to live a life that's truly authentic and meaningful. By awakening our third eye, we can tap into our intuition and higher consciousness, and we can start to see the world in a new light. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear about your experiences with awakening the third eye in the comments below. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on spiritual growth and personal development.